many ways, the story of the Waingongoro is typical of many of Taranaki's ring plain streams and rivers. It was not that many years ago that wastes from farming, from industry and from local sewage schemes were being directly discharged into waterways like this. Thankfully those days are over, and nowadays we're seeing good improvements in long-term trends for ecological health and a wide range of measures for both physical and chemical factors for water quality. There's been a lot of hard work and serious investment from a range of players over a long period of time. This is a great example of Taranaki's get on and do it attitude. Of the 162 dairy farmers in the catchment, they've fenced off over 90% of their stream banks and planted over 70%, working in partnership with the Taranaki Regional Council. In Eltham, the catchment's major town, both the largest industry and the local district council have spent big dollars to eliminate and to reduce their impacts of wastewater. So it's absolutely our firm intention to continue to work with and support the likes of iwi, the local rural community, farmers and industry to build on and support the gains that have already been made, realising that there's always more that can be done.
The plant's been here for near on 100 years, and I guess in the early days the waste was being discharged into the river. Over the years the quality's clearly improved with the irrigation and the pond system behind us. One of the things we've noticed is that there are trout now living in the river and swimming up and down outside the plant, and I think that's fantastic. We can see fish from our window basically. We want to continue to work with the scientists and the council to have the most efficient effluent system we've got and discharge onto our neighbour's farm and see that whole cycle go round.
As a family, we're passionate about protecting the environment and the river. It's a real big part of our farming business. And to achieve this, we have undertaken 9 k's of riparian fencing along the rivers and the streams that are on the property. And through the Regional Council riparian planting plan, we have planted well over 3,000 plants to stop nutrients running into the river. It's such a privilege to be able to own and farm a property like this and leave it in a better situation for the next generation.
And in terms of the river itself, it is the heartbeat of our iwi because it is the defining line in terms of being a boundary or a marker, and it defines Ngaruahine as an iwi. If I go back to my childhood days and coming down to present day, I am aware that there has been a huge amount of activity during that span. Those activities have not always been good for our river, and it's the reason why we are doing our utmost today, every single one of us, to try and bring it back to the pristine condition that I know and grew up with. As an iwi, we live in hope that rather than be swimmable, we want it to be drinkable.